Hi, Fetsang. We're so very excited to have you here. Lerato, thank you also for coming through. I think this is the first of many interviews that we're going to be having. To the ones who don't know who you are, Fetsang, I think where I'd like us to start is, you introducing yourself to us and giving us a little bit more background to, how was life before all of these supplements and all of these foods came to you?
Hi, Lerato, and hi, Lungile. Well, my name is Fetsang, for those who do not know me, and I am diabetic. The diabetes that I have is actually diabetes ketoacidosis. I've learned that it's the one that actually eats up all your energy. Hence, I could not do anything. I always tell people that I couldn't even hold my child. That's how bad it was back in the days. It used to be so high. It ranged between 25 and 27, and I was on insulin then. And I realized one day that I really, really need to take this thing serious when it sent me to ICU for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, lad.
Fetsang, your story is strong. I've known you for a while, and I think every time I hear the story, young shy. It's a for me. I've also had a dad that has had the similar situation, not as intense as you. And I think what I want to know from you is a question that I come across a lot. What made you think of using alternative medicines, of taking the natural route? What was that pushing point that said, no, I'm ready to try these supplements, these DNA drops?
I think it was when I went to ICU for the whole month, because I was still using my insulin injections. I was taking my medication, glucophage pills, but I didn't see the difference, honestly speaking. And during that time, that's when I realized how serious this thing is. Because I asked myself so many questions. How long am I going to be on this medication? And I've been on it for almost 5 years, and still I don't see the difference. So, and I'm one person who really does not like medication. I don't. If you see me taking medication, you must know that my health is really, really deteriorating. So I decided to search for something I can use, like anything, as long as whatever that I'm going to be using is natural, and as long as that thing is going to help me. So that's how I actually started wanting, actually, it was all about, can I see the difference? Because I'm tired of what I'm using. It's not working. Can I just do something and try to find something that will make me feel better?
And I remember you talking about the fact that I think you are, I don't know what's that phobia where you're afraid of needles. Yeah, what's that phobia? And and how was that experience? Did your husband have to do it for you, or did you have to do it yourself? And how terrifying was it if you have that phobia and you have to deal with that injection?
Look, my phobia for needles is serious. It's a very serious one. I think it's the one that actually also pushed me, because I didn't see myself living my life throughout injecting. Because when you inject, sometimes the insulin burns you inside. So I had to do it myself, because I wouldn't allow somebody else to do it for me. I did it myself, but I remember telling somebody the other day that I never used to inject every day based on this fear. So some days I didn't do it, but when I realized that it's going high and high, then I was forced to inject. And when I inject, that fear creeps in, and you're thinking, oh my God, if I don't inject, then I'm going to lose my life. But then I kept on injecting, and still I don't see the difference. So I was just like, it doesn't make sense to me. If I can find something that will help me and that thing does not have injections, I'm going to be happy. So yeah, my fear for injection is something else. Like, I don't even want to see people being injected. So it was hard. I don't want to lie. It was a hard road. It was hard. It was really, really hard.
And now you got a change just by finding something simple as a sweet, no injections, no medicine, and all of those. But I think I also heard you talk about the fact that you took yourself off insulin. Oh no, the doctors took you off insulin, and then you took yourself off metformin or whatever the other pills. Is it still the case? And if it is the case, what inspired the change for you?
Okay. So for me, when I first heard about the miracle sweets, I thought, when you are sick, especially when you are diabetic, you are told not to take anything that has sugar. So me being me, I thought, okay, people are talking about this miracle sweets. They are raving about them. And at that point, they were coming to South Africa. So I thought, okay, let me do my research. I researched about them and I thought, if they say they have sugar, but then I'm diabetic and I'm supposed to take them, how will they take my sugar down? So I struggled for quite some time with that. But then I realized that if a lot of people are saying it gives them the results that they are looking for, why can't I try it? And
Okay.
if they say it's natural, nothing stops me from trying it. So then I decided, right now I know that my doctor is not going to be happy if I tell him I'm going to take it.
Yes.
So I kept quiet about this whole thing. I did not tell him that I'm going to be taking supplements. And I thought if it makes me worse, well, I'll go back to him and we can see what we will figure out. But if it helps me, then I'll tell him later that I was using something that helped me. So they came here. I ordered myself NRM, which is this box. Okay. I really love it.
Yeah.
And I started taking them. The first month, I realized that my sugar is going down. And I was thinking, okay. And I was happy because though I was injecting myself, but I was already looking into future that, okay, if this thing works, then I'm not going to inject myself. You understand the excitement that came with this thing. Second month, again, it was going down. Third month, that's when I realized that my sugar now stays between 5 and 9, like literally 5 and 9. From 25, 27, 29, 5 and 9. And I thought, this has never happened in 5 years. So I decided to weigh my options. Honestly speaking, I used my discretion and I weighed my options that I've been diabetic for 5 years. I've been injecting, but my sugar never was, they were never on this level. And then 3 months, I'm using the supplement and this is what happened. So yes, my doctor then took me off insulin, because every month I used to go back to him and report. But when he was asking me, what are you using? I was mum. I didn't tell him that I'm using something. The third month, he took me off insulin and I was the happiest person ever. I was happy. And for the first time, to be honest with you, I was looking forward to life. Because before the supplements, I used to ask myself, I was a new mom. I had a child. And the time that this diabetes sent me to ICU, I couldn't see my child for a month. So I looked forward to life in such a way that I never had to ask myself if I would live until my child is old enough. Because I used to worry that if my sugar is high, will I reach 40? Will I reach 45? I used to be concerned so much. I was concerned because you thinking, I just had a baby. Guys, I need this chance. My baby. I need to be there for her. And I also remember back in the days, I used to be tired even when I wake up. I would be tired. I would be moody. And I think the mood came because I can't do things that I wanted to do. I want to play with the baby, but I can't because I'm tired. I want to do this, I can't because. So I got so as well, and life was not interesting, honestly speaking. And I remember I used to ask myself that I'm one of those kids who, when you listen to your parents, they said, go to school. I went to school, graduate, I graduated. They said, don't have a child before you know, you can do anything for yourself. And I did that. And I thought, okay, let me wait for the right partner. Like I waited until the time was right. And now I believe when people say there's no, you can't say you're waiting for the right time. That's true. And I waited, Lungile, I waited. And now when I'm working, I bought the house, I do this, I want to have a child, and I'm diabetic.
Yo.
So I was like, you know, sometimes you even question God, like why me? When I'm being the obedient child all this time, and when I think my life is supposed to start, this happened to me. I questioned a lot of things. Honestly speaking, I questioned a lot of things. There were times I felt like, even if I pray, what am I praying for? So that's how hard it was for me then. Because I even told my mom, like, why was I waiting anyway? Like, I felt like life is not fair. Life is not fair. Life is not fair. So, yes, after I realized that these things worked for me, trust me, my moods changed, because then everything that weighed me down
was off your shoulders.
Yes, it was off my shoulders, and I started looking forward to life, honestly, and I'm never tired.
Oh, hey, that's a brilliant, it's an amazing testimony.
Strong testimony, this one. But Fetsang, you know, I think the other thing that I want to ask you, you know, you say these sweets are sweet, and obviously we also get the same thing, or these things are sweet. Can you tell people what is in these miracle sweets, and why do they work so well?
So, and that's the most important thing, because I also tell people that before I use them, I was told that they work on a DNA or on your cellular level, but I did not understand. It didn't make sense. So the reason why they work, even though they have sugar, especially for people who are diabetic, because I think that's the question they ask themselves. It's not the sugar that's going to maybe to take your sugar up. It's what is inside the sweets. So the sweets are natural, 100% natural, made out of fruits, vegetables, and herbs. And the owner of this company took the DNA from all these herbs and infused it in a form of a sweet. So it's natural sweet, it's natural sugar that you get out of these things. And honestly speaking, it made more sense to me because my pancreas wasn't working. Everybody who's diabetic means their pancreas is not working. So the fact that it's been a year without my injections, and I took myself off the pills last year, November. So you can calculate.
So you're saying right now you are 100% medication free?
Yes, I'm 100% medication free. And the pills, I took myself off them because I wanted to see if the sweets will still sustain me without medication. And they have done that. So it's been a year.
Yeah, and how do you feel? Yeah, so after all of this time, you are 100% off, you know, any medication. Yeah, and
yes.
Yo.
And I can see you wearing the APL Gold T-shirt. Tell us what's that about, and tell us if you've given this product to anybody else, and what results are they getting? Are they having to wait for 3 months? Are they having to wait for 2 months like you did to see results? What are other people saying about this product out there?
Well, I think, yes, I've given them to a lot of people because when they started working for me, by the way, APL is the company that does the supplements. It is in South Africa. We have offices and it has been operating in South Africa for a year now. So I have given people the supplements because I advertised. So when I saw an opportunity, because I thought
your mic is a bit low now.
Okay.
Yeah, better.
Can you hear me now?
It's back, yes.
Yeah.
So I realized that there is an opportunity. If the sweets help me, I can also help other people who are diabetic.
Sure.
So I started advertising them. A lot of people bought them from me. And our results are different. Let me be honest with you. As much as our diabetes is different as well, because remember, I'm from a family of people who are diabetic. My diabetes is not the same as my sister's, it's not the same as my mother's. So it took me 3 months to get the results, but with my sister, it was a bit slow. It took her 6 months. My mom, hers is not the stubborn one. Like she injects, but she doesn't even inject the strong insulin that we used to inject. So people are different, and we also react differently to the supplements. But the most important thing is that we all get the same results. There's a lot of people who said it worked just from taking one sweet, and they would tell me that my blood sugar levels moved from 27. There was one lady who said her child's blood sugar level moved from 32 to 17. And I was like, wow. And you think, and I used to think that my levels back in the days were high. There's people whose level go above 30, 32. That's just how different diabetes is. So it will react differently. Some, it will take them 3 months, 2 months. Some, it's a day for them to see the results. Some, they have to finish the whole box. But the most important thing is that they always come back to say it worked, and I've never had this experience before. Because one thing I really, really love about it again is that it takes away the tiredness. Like it gives you the immune boost you need to continue with your daily chores or your life in general. So from being tired to being energetic.
I know. Thank you very much for this time that you've given us. I think a thing I'm feeling from listening to your interview right now is hope. Because I mean, we interact with so many people who are struggling, and all of them are sitting asking themselves questions, which is this thing going to help me or not? Is this thing going to help my mother? And there are so many things that I got from this interview. I mean, you shared with us, the problems that you had with relationships, even within the relationship, that now you had a young daughter that you couldn't, now play with, because now you're also moody, and you're struggling to pick her up and all of those things. So we're very happy that you came. And you are our very first.
Before harm. There's something ever since I've heard about these DNA drops that I've also become passionate about, and it's diet. Because I realize that most of these sicknesses, we get them through the food we eat.
Yeah.
And even on myself now, I'm on a journey of eating healthier. I was a guy that would eat junk from morning until evening. So Fetsang, with you, before the DNA, what was your diet strict? While taking the sweets, and now, has your diet changed in any way? And what do you say to those people that want to take these sweets but still continue eating the way they like eating unhealthy?
I'll tell you something, Larato. Before the sweets, I had a strict diet. I had a strict diet. And amazingly, once I started taking the sweets, I didn't need to be on a strict diet anymore. And
what?
I'm telling you, I'm like honest. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna be honest with you. Because remember, before I used to eat healthy because I wanted this sugar level to go down. Literally, that's the reason why I was eating healthy. But ever since I've been on the supplements, then my sugar levels went down. And not that I eat junk, but before I never used to eat pap because it used to take it up. I never used to eat spaghetti. I never used to eat anything that's white. Let me say that. I ate everything that was brown and dark brown. But since I've been using the supplements, I can eat anything white. I can enjoy spaghetti and nothing happens.
Without any medication.
Yes, without medication now. No, without medication, with the sweets only. I can go as far as eating an ice cream. You understand that
Are you stealing it? How many times do you steal ice cream now? Do you are you counting?
No. So what I did was, remember, I'm still sick.
Yeah,
Ne?
yeah.
So I told myself, even though I can eat certain things
Mm.
like cake, ice creams, I don't want to overdo it because I
Sure.
don't want to see myself going back to where I used to be.
Yeah.
But the most important thing for me was the very first time I ate ice cream, and I didn't even have my supplements with me, and we were traveling. I remember I was so scared, thinking, oh my God, if my sugar goes up right now, I don't even have my machine. How will I check? I was so
Mm.
scared throughout the drive. I'm thinking, if I feel that I'm feeling somehow, I don't have my machine. How will I know?
Mm.
Then something said, relax. So I started to relax. We drove where we were going. We came back. The first thing I did when we opened the door, I ran to my machine.
Yeah.
I checked, pricked, and I checked how bandla my sugar was 5 point something. And I'm thinking, but I ate ice cream and I ate all of it. It wasn't a taste.
Yeah.
I ate all of it. So I was like, okay, so I ate ice cream and nothing is happening. So I waited. After an hour, I pricked again, checked. It was still 5 point something. And I'm thinking, God, I don't know where these sweets come from.
Mm.
But hello, I'm going to introduce this to my grandmother as well.
No, Fetsang,
Last question. You know, you're hitting something that's very.
we only have 2 minutes
important.
left. We only have 2 minutes
Okay,
left.
2
It's not-
minutes. Okay. So, so are you saying that you eat these things every day now? And what you said, someone that says, does this mean I have to take these supplements for the rest of my life?
Okay. You mean what? Okay, I don't eat
The
everything that's
DNA,
sweet every
do you
day.
take the DNA sweets every day
Yes.
or not anymore? And what do you say to someone that says to you, why now do I have to take this for the rest of my life?
Pato, I weighed my options. Ne? I was on medication, my life never changed.
Mm.
I am on supplements, my life changed.
Mm.
So common sense tells me that the supplements are a way to go. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Where I found help is where I'm gonna stay.
Mm.
It's easy like that. I'm gonna stay with the supplements for the rest of my life
Mm.
because I don't want life that's complicated. My health is I'm more healthier now compared to before.
Mm.
So yes, I'm gonna stay on them for the rest of my life. That's
No.
why, yeah.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Lerato, please don't come in now. We are finishing this thing. Absolutely, at this point, we're finishing. Because I mean, we're gonna have questions until 2 p.m. No, thank you very much, Fetsang. I think where we are right now, we're at a space where even us, we are revived. You know, just hearing your story. You know, because I think we're looking forward to this message reaching people because so many people are hopeless where they are. And they don't know what to try, if there's something that might help them, but we're hoping that at least the story can at least reach one person, who will then come back and say, guys, I watched this video and I tried this thing and my life changed, like it changed for you. Thank you very much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Fetsang. Thank you so much.
Tango Lerato, sharp.